more. And I have not done a hair video in a while, and I will get into that in a minute. Just doing her hair. But she just had a nice wash and a nice deep condition, and I'm just trying to get it ready for me to do. And I will show you what I'm using. I have gone back to something that I used to use old school, and something I used to use on them, and then I stopped because there were new things, but I went back to it because I like it. It works, and I was not liking the other things that I was using. So tried and true, it works. So anywho, seasons have changed, and I've noticed that their hair has changed, and a lot of that has to do with our water. We deal with hard water, and usually when it rains, the water gets even harder. And they had a lot that builds product on their hair. So just trying to combat all of that. That being said, this is the second wash of the month, and what I have been doing this month, I haven't even been combing their hair. I just washed it. My intention was to braid it, and I didn't. The entire head, but I didn't. But I have just been parting it down the middle, basically, and putting 2 braids on the side. And I will let that stay in for a couple days and take it out, re-moisturize it, and re-braid it. And that's all I've been doing to the hair for the past month. Like I said, today's the 19th. I'm just getting ready to switch it up a little bit. But one, it really stretched their hair so I could see the condition of it. And it kept it manageable with the product that I'm using. It was really nicely moisturized. A piece of hair trailing over there. So what I had to do with their hair was clarify it, because it was so gunked up. And I didn't vlog it. My plan is to do a complete hair vlog with wash, condition, and all of that. It just takes a little time. But next time I will vlog it. But clarifying just basically strips everything away. Because you get buildup. After a while you use product, you're going to get buildup. That's just inevitable. And if you get buildup, that will clog up your pores and stop growth and everything. So you don't want to constantly use product and just wash and get used to the same shampoo as well, because eventually it won't do the same job. So, but I'm using the Just For Me shampoo and conditioner. Since last year when they changed the formula, it has worked wonders for all 3 of their hair types. And in the past, I did not use it. I remember I first bought it years ago, when my older girls were younger, and I think I used it on them and ended up tossing it because it didn't work at all. Even on other kids' hair, I would do. It didn't work. So this new formula works wonders. So as far as clarifying, there's a couple ways you can do it. Suave Daily clarifying shampoo. I think it only costs $1. You can find it pretty much anywhere. Dollar store, Family Dollar, Target, wherever. Works amazingly well because it is a clarifying shampoo. And usually once a month you may have to clarify, depending on, like I said, depending on your water depending on your hair, what your hair goes through. Curly hair like this tends to build up quickly, and you'll notice that when you're combing hair, if it's just feeling wrong or it's not, you think it's not growing, it looks dull all the time, it just may need to be clarified. And so you would use that. You can also use apple cider vinegar and do a wash. I don't use the apple cider vinegar because this water is too hard and it will dry the hair out. Sorry. But yeah, normally you would just do that and follow with your normal shampoo and conditioner. What I did was use just for me, and I took sections probably about this much all throughout the hair and just basically went through it with my fingers first and ran it strand by strand, and then I took the comb and combed it through, and eventually I saw I could tell it was getting clean, and then when I lifted the comb out, I could see the gunk inside of the hair. And I did not vlog that. I did take pictures because I was showing somebody what I was doing. And so I did that throughout the whole head and rinsed. And wow, I combed your hair that quick. And all of that. And her hair was fine. I did her hair first, and then the other one, my 5-year-old, I did her hair, and it was not. Once I parted it, she had I could see a blob of buildup still there. It had loosened up because it was white, but it was still there, and so I had to repeat a shampoo. I didn't have to comb it through again, but I concentrated on that little area. And I will try to insert the picture so that you could see what I'm talking about. But if you're not paying attention to, the kids' hair when you wash their hair, I'm going to sit here for a minute. You just do a quick wash, a shampoo, rinse out. The shampoo itself can build up. I spend at least about 8 minutes just on the rinse, each rinse. 8 to 10 minutes just rinsing their hair from the shampoo and the conditioner to make sure it's completely out. That also can cause eczema. And I've had a lot of kids, a lot of parents come to me, and when they were managing the hair on their own throughout the week and had to wash it for whatever reason and couldn't get to me, I've seen that happen. So after I shampooed her hair and it was all cleaned up, I put the Just For Me conditioner on it, and I took about 1/4 of a cup, maybe a little more, of coconut oil, the unrefined, and put that over top of the conditioner. I let it sit for about a minute, and then I started from the ends and started combing. That in itself will allow your conditioner to soften the hair even more. And you should be able to comb through it with no problem. No ouchies, no pulls, and you can just feel the silkiness of it. So I let her hair sit on, or her conditioner sit on probably for about 30 to 45 minutes. And I'm just now getting to the comb, but as you can see, I'm finished. And she's falling asleep as usual, but it is nice and shiny. Let me show you what I am using. Again, I went back to this BB oil moisturizer. As you can see, it says it works. It works. And when they were babies especially, this was like the first thing that I used on them. Besides the BB grease, I would use this. They've added aloe to this formula. It didn't have aloe in the beginning, years back. But this stuff I think is probably about $2, $2.50 at the dollar store. Sally's, anywhere else, and it works. It leaves their hair so moist. It does not dry it out. But I didn't, I was using the other formulas. I want to say maybe the, what is it, the African Olive Miracles or something. I cannot remember. Whatever I showed in their product videos, a green bottle. It was olive oil. It was too thin. It was too watery, runny, and it just was not coating. It was more or less water, and it was drying their hair out. This moisturizes their hair. So this is why I went back to it, especially with the baby, because she has really thick hair, and I was finding that I would have to use more of that product than I should be just to even get it to do anything. It would like absorb in their hair before I could get through the styling process, if that makes sense. So blow drying, conditioning, grooming, trying to see, what is it, something 10,000 milligrams castor oil. And if you know anything about castor oil is amazing for the hair. So this and the Indian hemp, that's it. That is all I have been doing in these simple hairstyles. Layla.
What? What?
Come here.
Okay.
But stay right here.
You
took your dress off, didn't you? Go get your dress. So, I have to rinse out her hair. You can get up, Leah. So, as to not keep you guys forever, but like I said, this is what I've been using. And put it on before you come over here. This is what works. Put your dress on.
It's wet.
I know. I'm getting ready to rinse your hair out.
Okay, I'll put it on.
And the consistency is really, you can see a little bit on the top. It's creamy, and you don't have to use a lot of this. You don't have to use a lot at all. So, it says doctors have recommended castor oil for years on baby's hair and skin. So,
Mom, it's wet.
okay, come here. Put it on and come here.
No.
Yes, ma'am. Alright, so this is 3-year-old in her conditioner. And I don't know how much you can see, but there's that. Let me move you down to the next picture. And so this is what I was doing when I was clarifying it, combing it through. And you can, I can see that shampoo is not white, and the shampoo I use is white. So it was pretty gunky. So to go from the root to the end, and to the root, and get all that gunk out, it was ill. And then when I rinsed it out, the water was, I could see the water was gray brown. It was dirty water. So everything was coming out of her hair. And so look at the comb. See the gunk and the comb? That's what I was showing this person. That was the gunk mixed with hair. But it wasn't so much the shed hair. That was just the buildup. And so there, you can see the child's hair is black and that's brown. Even against that comb, you can tell that how dirty it was, how built up it was. A like I said, that's me dealing with this water that we have. I have to be really diligent on it because I didn't have this problem before. We had hard water in this place. So, and now I'm showing where my thumb is. That was after I rinsed it out, after I went through the clarifying process. See the white spot where my thumb is? That was still built up. I had to go back. I looked through her hair from the scalp, because if you don't look in the scalp, you can miss it very easily. It's easy to catch in the hair because it'll still be tangled and you can see strands clumped together. But if you look in the scalp, so I had to go through and re-shampoo her hair again. So there's a better shot of it. So this was a 5-year-old. And afterwards, all clean. Build up? No build up. That's just water. There's a conditioner and the coconut oil. I don't know if you can see the amount, but here's her sitting in the conditioner. Yeah, she asked if I vlogged it, but no. Sorry guys, I could not vlog that. So next best thing I did think about, you guys. Conditioner from the back. So you can see I'm dealing with a lot of hair.
Mom, I sing ABC.
You singing ABCs, I hear you.
No.
You want your hair washed, Si?
No.
Yeah, see guys?
I want my hair comb.
You don't want your hair done?
I want my
So,
hair comb.
alright, let me show you this product in this video because I did not show it. So I'm going to show you the product that I'm using. Okay. This is what I went back to using. I hear you. It works amazingly well in her hair. She won't let me show you guys anymore me doing her hair, but I'll catch her one day on a good day. But this is what I used to use, like I said in the other video, when they were babies. When I first started putting anything in their hair, this and the BB Super Grow grease, these were the only products I would use in their hair. This is castor oil. They've added aloe to the product. It didn't used to have aloe in it, but it's just the same. Let me show you the top. And that's what it looks like. It's pink. Very light fragrance. But simply what it says is it works. And I've recommended this to a lot of people, and they would use it, and they liked it as well. And I just switched back because I didn't like the other oil moisturizers that I was using. Like I said, too watery.
Mom,
yes.
I want a vacation.
A vacation.
I don't want to eat a vacation.
It just was not doing what I wanted it to do. It was just a lot of water, basically. Or it would be too oily. So, adding to the buildup. So I switched back. And this is actually the second bottle. So I've been using this for a while now. Since I started back using it. But of all the oil moisturizers I showed in their product video, I just ditched them. So I went back to this and the Indian hemp. But 10,000 milligrams. There we go. Castor oil per bottle. It works. Just like it said, it works. So I haven't had any issues with it. And I'm just going to stick with it because it works, and this is what I have been using, so I had to go back to, in fact, this bottle is about right here.